How to know if you are wasting money. Do you feel like you're squandering down your paycheck every week or month despite your best effort to save more? Does it seem like you are barely getting by? Although we have loads of tips for creating a budget, you can surely keep track of where your money is going with the help of a budget. Nevertheless, sometimes you need more than a budget to feel content and confident in your relationship with money. Perhaps you are spending money on brands you don't really care about but feel you ought to. Or perhaps you frequent pubs with friends despite not being a major fan of the place and preparing to spend your leisure time at home. Also, your partner would want to spend the money on a larger home even though you truly want to put more in your retirement. As all of us are persuaded to spend in ways that don't support our objectives, and sometimes we aren't even aware of it. Adopting value-based spending is a terrific method to realign our finances with our genuine wants and needs. Josiani, a social worker and co-host of the Frugal Friends podcast, asserts that we all have the capacity to determine what's important to us and what makes us tick. Where should our resources be directed and funneled? As long as we have the means to do so, are attentive and want to help both ourselves and others in the process. It will most certainly appear extremely different from what other individuals do, but their values and resources allocation practice are also likely to differ. But before we go on with the steps, if you are new to this channel, please click the subscribe button below for more contents like this. 1. Take a pause. The want to spend constantly attacks us, and this is particularly true when something unexpected occurs. If we've had a bad day at work, you might decide to splurge in some retail therapy or order takeout rather than eating what is in the refrigerator. Because of our hectic schedule, everything seems urgent and vital, and a solution seems to be required immediately, according to Smith. You are more inclined to spend money on a problem the sooner it needs to be resolved. Thus, we frequently need to take a step back and simply give ourselves room to think. Take a few deep breaths or more the next time you are having a bad day before you decide how much money to spend. You can become aware that you are making purchases based on fleeting feelings rather than long-term objective. 2. Put your money where it matters. It's time to reflect after you've taken that moment to yourself. When does spending money make you feel good, and when does it make you feel bad or ashamed? What feelings do you experience while making a purchase, and do these feelings vary depending on the sort of transaction? To keep track of your thoughts, keep a notebook or a note on your phone. For instance, you can discover that you feel content when you save up to eat at a pricey restaurant, yet uneasy when you spend on pricey clothes. These emotions might help you determine what is truly important to you and what is not worth the cost. When Sereni examined her personal values, she discovered that she valued travel expenses and was prepared to make sacrifices in other areas of her life to support them. Saying no to the things that don't really matter has helped her make space for it. She had, I make time for the things that are genuinely essential to me. Budgeting will seem less like a sacrifice and more like a reward for your effort when you spend where it really matters. 3. Tap into your community. Including your friends in the discussion can be helpful if you are having problems defining your principles or upholding them. They can hold you accountable for your financial journey and sometimes better identify your strengths and weaknesses than you can. Do you find it awkward to discuss money with others? We understand. According to an insider survey, Americans feel more at ease discussing politics, sex, and relationships with their friends than they do their finances. Yet, discussing money with others is only one more approach to remove obstacles and improve your connections. According to Sirianini, vulnerability breeds vulnerability. Opening up to someone you trust about your financial struggles will help you relieve some of the pressure, and you might even make a budgeting friend. Smith's drive towards debt repayment even allowed her to meet new acquaintances. She stepped outside of her comfort zone to locate people interested in less expensive activities because she knew she wanted to reduce the number of meals and happy hours she attended. It required a lot of research into the activities that fit my spending limit and requesting friends and family to join us. A bottle of wine from Adi at home was sometimes all that was included in that budget, she claims. But because of this part, I was able to deepen some really flimsy relationships that I would not have otherwise. Examine your financial life, how you spend your money, when you get it, and the things you buy. After this, you'll be able to identify where the wastage is coming from. Thank you for watching. If this video has added value to you, kindly click the subscribe button below for more great content like this.